I did it for Bianca. That is what you heard on Smackdown today for the explanation of why Naomi did it. I did it for Bianca. Very similar to I did it for The Rock. Well, that's what it is there. This is DA Wrestling. I'm Andrew. We're going to go over some stuff from SmackDown. Why not? Here we go. Let's get on. All right, on today's show, like I said, we're going to talk about that. Right? We're talking about Cody's address to John Cena. Right? We're talking about how LA Knight is now the new U.S. champion. Again. Who beat the same guy. Again. Right? We're going to talk also Chelsea Green and the Meechin match. We're going to talk, Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa, which then eventually turned into Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu just beating the crap out of each other. Yeah, that happened. Again. And I want more of it because it's fun. Anyway, guys, if you are liking the content here, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. In fact, a little icon should probably pop up right about here. Right? Probably burst on the scene. Right? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, guys. We appreciate all the things. It's a small click for you, but a large click for us here at DA Wrestling. We appreciate everything for all you guys have done. And for all subscribers as it is. We thank you very much. Small channel. We're building up more and more, please, guys. That's the goal here is to build for everything wrestling all the time. All right. Anyway, let's talk about this. I did it for Bianca. So, yeah, on SmackDown, you know, Bianca Belair comes out all dressed not her usual garb, very relaxed for the most part. Right? It's looking pretty stylish profiling. Very Ric Flair-esque, kind of. Right? And wants to call out Naomi as to why. Can't understand why all this happened. You know, and they're starting like crying between each other and talking about it somewhat. Eventually, she says, "Enough. I need to know why you did it." She goes, "I did it because she felt that Jay was just riding her coattails and all that stuff there. Is why she took her out." Meanwhile, while this is happening, I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, come on, just turn around and say, yeah, you did it." You know, just say, I was waiting for Bianca Belair to say it. Now, I don't know if they're going to go that route. I don't think they want to anymore at this point. I think they should have. But time will tell if they maybe will happen. But she goes literally, as Bianca's walking away because she can't take it. "I can't talk to you anymore. I'm done with you. I'm not friends with you anymore." Right? Literally, Naomi's like, "I did it for you, Bianca. I did it for you. I did it for you." You want to hear it? They start spouting off every single time I do something for people. I'm the bad guy here. I'm this. I'm that. Stand up for myself. I'm him. Yeah, that happened. So eventually, a video kicks out, and Jade comes in, makes a beeline for the ring. Right? Bianca's still staying there. Right? Jake stops, stares at Jade Cargill. Sorry, Jade Cargill stares at Bianca, doesn't say a word, and proceeds to walk down there and then beat up Naomi, puts her out. I don't think Naomi acted alone. I think it's just a ruse. I think Bianca's the one to do it. Now, I think we're going to get through WrestleMania here. I think obviously the match now is going to be Jade Cargill versus Naomi at WrestleMania. By the way, Naomi came out with a neck brace on, very sparkly. Who does that? Anyway, and clearly not too much really into this too, because she never changed the music yet either. Right? So it looks like what they're gonna do here is, by the looks of it, is Bianca's gonna go off do her match, probably with Io Sky and probably Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill's gonna facing Naomi at WrestleMania. That's gonna be a match, right? Which then I think, I hate to say it, I know a lot of people are gonna like this. Some will, some will not. But I have a feeling Bianca Belair is going to win, which will lead to a Jade Cargill coming over to Raw, eventually starting that feud out, which will eventually lead to Jade Cargill probably winning the title. Because it's a match everybody wants to see. Right? The moment Jade Cargill came in the ring at the Royal Rumble, right, it stood 1-on-1 with Bianca Belair, both with somebody on their shoulders. Everyone wants to see it. And it should be done. So I'm thinking right now that's the way this is going to go here. You know, eventually they're going to move Jade Cargill over, right? Because the draft, they're already talking about the WWE draft coming up. So who knows? That may happen there where she may move over there. Or she can always just come over anyway. As long as people just keep on going back and forth. There's no such thing as really as that draft really anymore. Some people are just temporarily or permanently there now, and some are not. Some people have to move. So we're going to see what goes on with that. Moving on though. Let's talk about the Cody. Cody had a very, very emotional, angry promo, and rightfully so. He got the crap kicked out by John Cena Elimination Chamber in Toronto. Talks about how John Cena basically quit. He gave up. And he said that John's going to come out here eventually. He's going to talk about all these things like he always does. You know? And Cody doesn't want to hear it at this point. He's angry about it. He's upset. I mean, John, he talks about how he used to drive John around in the early days of his career. You know? He wanted to be a sponge, just learn off John Cena. Well, match WrestleMania should be interesting. I mean, let's be honest here. John Cena, by the looks of it, might get that title shot. Might get that title. Now, it's funny, though, how John turned heel. Apparently, reports have come out that The Rock really wanted Cody to turn heel, and Cody decided he turned it down. So it should have happened. Still might. But right now, it's not. And to be honest with you, too, John turning heel kind of makes the most sense when you think about this point now against Cody. I mean, we could still have a Cody heel turn at some point. It might even happen at Mania. Who knows? But Cody and John's going to happen. Now, John's supposed to be there. I think it's on Raw. I think it's on SmackDown or Raw. Not next week, the week after. And he'll probably have a good chit chat about what he did and why he did it. Be interested to see what's going to happen. Apparently now, they talked to Chris Van Fleet like a number of months ago, right? He had new music ready to go and all that other stuff. For the first time, they were going to turn him heel against The Rock years ago. So now we're going to have that opportunity to see all this stuff. I'm sure it's going to be tweaked and all the things here and there, but we're going to see all this happen. Cody's very emotional about this right now. I mean, everybody he's been friends with is basically turned his back on him except for Randy Orton. Even Randy Orton came out on SmackDown, opened up the show, and he was like so shocked by it. He's like, I know John for years. I never saw him do this. You know? I mean, Randy just wants to beat the crap out of Kevin. That's it. Just beat up Kevin Owens. You know, like Dean Ambrose used to say about Seth Rollins, it's fun beating up Seth. It's fun beating up Kevin. But yeah, Cody Rhodes, very emotional about the whole thing. Kind of felt the guy. He came out back, black eye, all that jazz. Right? He literally ended his whole promo with John Cena. If you want some, come get some. John Cena's gonna come get some, folks. And he's probably gonna win the title. How long he holds it on for is questionable. But he is gonna hold on to that title. But who knows yet? Apparently, right now, nothing's for sure about WrestleMania this coming right now. Nothing is for sure. Nothing. The only thing that's sure right now is Charlotte versus Tiffany, Gunther versus Jay, right? Probably Bianca versus Io. Probably throwing Rhea into that too. So when you think about it, there's only really 3 matches that are actually confirmed. Because John versus Cody is confirmed too. So there's 4 matches. But who knows what's going to happen there? We still have that looming Punk thing, which nobody knows what's going on with that yet. We'll find out, though. You know why? Because we have a lot of time to figure this out. WrestleMania is not for several weeks still, right? It's not till almost the end of April. Almost the end of April, like more like a week and a half before the end of April. And we'll see. But God, when John Cena comes out, the ratings for that will probably be huge. Talking about what happened. I don't know if it's going to be like Netflix debut huge, but it's going to be massively huge because everyone wants to hear about it. Everybody was shocked. Everybody. LA Knight's your U.S. champion again. He beat Shinsuke Nakamura after he won last week's little mini tournament. So, my question for this is this. If you're going to have LA Knight just beat Shinsuke again and do nothing for Shinsuke to have that belt for the entire time he was the U.S. champion, what the hell was the point? Seriously, what was the point? There is no point. If you know what the point is of that, please comment down below. In fact, comment down below if you think Cody should suck it up, Buttercup. And if you really think, though, that NAOMI really is the one that, really is the one that did just acted alone. Because I don't think she acted alone. I think Jade Cargill does that too. But LA Knight ended up beating Shinsuke Nakamura, won the U.S. title. He is now the U.S. champion. Now, question is, though, who will he face at WrestleMania for the U.S. title? I mean, there's a lot of options. There's a ton of options you could do. You do Carmelo Hayes. You can do The Miz. You know, like, you can do Shinsuke again. Hell, do a four-way if you want. Who knows? I know I don't like the fact that I feel, and I'm not against LA Knight as far as having a title goes, folks. So do not think that is what I'm thinking right now. What I'm basically saying is you just wasted a title change on Shinsuke Nakamura and did nothing with them at all. He barely faced anybody. Seriously. He barely faced anybody. It's not really a title run. He just held it. You just want to took the title off LA Knight for a little bit just for the hell of it, see how things were going to go. No, you did nothing with Shinsuke, though. There's one thing to criticize about the Triple H era. Sometimes you put titles on people for no reason, or you have a reason, and it doesn't work out, so you just leave it for a while. Just saying. It's one disappointing part of the whole thing. And secondly, we had another U.S. title match. There was a women's U.S. title match. Chelsea Green versus Micha in a street fight. Philadelphia street because they were in Philadelphia. Micha wearing a Philadelphia Eagles, I guess it was shirt. I wouldn't say it was jersey, but it was definitely a shirt. Shirt jersey or whatever the hell it's called nowadays. Chelsea Green came out dressed like Cactus Jack. That was really cool. A lot of fun there. Micha lost again. But this time, we found out what they're going to do with Alba Fire. She has joined the Secret Service of Chelsea Green. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming, did you? Had a shot out of nowhere. She came out, she helped Chelsea Green, right? Beat Meechin, stood there like this, dressed in a suit to the nines, like Piper Niven is occasionally. And now we know Alba Fire is going to be part of the Secret Service thing. So you have two Scotsmen and a Canadian representing the U.S. title. Strange, eh? Figure that one out. All in all, those are good matches, though, too. But my question for everybody is this. when are you gonna either give the title, put the title on Michin, or find Chelsea Green to feud with somebody else? I mean, it looks like it's gonna be Selena Vega, but what are you gonna do that for one match and call it a day? Seriously, like you need to get a little more out of this. You know, no, Michin is a great. Like I'm perfectly fine with Chelsea Green being the U.S. champion. I think it's a fantastic idea. But you keep on having her face Michin to the point where I kind of just want Michin to either win the title or just drop everything. It's just enough's enough, right? Now you have Alba Fire in the mix. So what are you gonna do? Have like Michin go chase Chelsea again, and then have to go through Alba Fire, go through Piper Niven, and then fight Chelsea? Just saying. Granted, right? Her Michin's friend BFAB came down a little bit too, attacked Piper Niven, which then eventually brought the Alba Fire to it. By the way, guys, I had Dawn. She's out there just on TikTok doing random stuff. Noticed that recently. Who knows what she's doing, but she might be not be doing no wicked person anymore. Who knows? Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa. It's a really good matchup. But it was like a prelude, a temporary thing, till Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman started fighting. And Braun Strowman put Jacob through to a table, not once, but twice. And Jacob got up like this and shook his head like a madman. Just have these guys go for like in a cage or Hell in a Cell. Seriously, just do it. Just it'd be a lot of fun. Full out brawl. That's what everybody wants. Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Hell, I want Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. I haven't been this excited for a Braun Strowman match in years. Literally years. The last one I got excited for was the Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in like the swamp. That was like a whole like a movie thing. That was the last time I think I got excited for that. Oh, I can care less about Braun Strowman. But Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu is a very interesting thing. But you just have a full out match. Just let them beat each other up for like a number of days. It's funny how Braun Strowman gets beat up, like gets these fights with these guys. Like how he said his feud with Roman Reigns was really good, right? He had to do nothing for a while. Tag title a little bit here and there, right? Won a world title, I beat Goldberg at that WrestleMania we don't talk about. Although I think that was still one of my favorite ones too, because it was like really, for some reason, I just really liked it. I don't know why, I just did. But then you have Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. And I'm just beat the crap for each other for 20 minutes. It's exciting. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest is going to be a thing at WrestleMania. Drew beat up Priest right away, knocked the crap out of him. He looked like he just pooped himself. Then Priest returned the favor later on. After Drew McIntyre beat up Jimmy Uso. Big Jim. Big Jim got beat up again. Jimmy Uso really is nothing without Roman Reigns. He definitely ain't his brother. No, he's nothing. Nothing on his brother. Not the slightest. Eventually he'll figure it out. I mean, obviously, Reigns is. When the hell is Reigns coming back? Nobody knows where Reigns is. He's supposed to be coming back too. I mean, obviously, we're coming weeks away from WrestleMania here, but yeah, nobody's seen Roman Reigns since the Royal Rumble. Seriously. Nobody's seen him. Don't know. Anyway, we'll find out soon. I'm sure Jimmy Uso will be fine too. I mean, obviously, the Bloodline storyline is kind of put on pause by the looks of it. Although you want a separate entity of the Bloodline story because you have Jacob Fatu and Solo kind of going at it, which that still might be a WrestleMania match. I know I said Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, but Jacob Fatu versus Solo sounds like a good time too. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, guys, that's it for SmackDown. That was pretty much the SmackDown in a nutshell. Like only the good stuff that really matters because sometimes stuff is just really boring. I mean, you had the Pretty Deadly though. They ended up becoming number one contenders against DIY. They beat the Mercy Machine Guns and Los Garza. I mean, yeah, Pretty Deadly probably be the ones that beat the DIY and get the titles. Or they're just gonna do a big four-way thing at WrestleMania. Meh. Although they did last year's WrestleMania, which was really cool. They put both titles up. Whoever caught each one became a title of that champion. That was kind of cool, actually. Good concept. But yeah, Pretty Deadly are the number one contenders now against DIY. I'm sure DIY is not thrilled about that. I mean, I wouldn't be, especially if you know they were the guys that helped you. But hey, I regress. Pretty Deadly, I guess, is good. I can't stand Pretty Deadly. Who am I kidding? I can't stand Pretty Deadly at all. Anyway, guys, that's it for the show tonight. Right? This is DA Wrestling. Make sure you follow us on our socials there. DA Sports or DA Sports Pod on or DA Wrestling on X. AP 1982 on X. D Lines 1981. That's Doug. He's the other guy who usually shows on the show. DA Sports on TikTok. Right? Make sure you like, share, subscribe here on all the stuff on DA Wrestling. Right? On YouTube, on Spotify, and Podbean. We appreciate all the support there, guys. We thank you very much. Talk to you later on about Raw. See you probably Monday night. Have a good night, everybody. Later on. And remember, I did it for Bianca.